Here in Walsall, the Canal and River Trust are supporting a local litter picking group called WASUP. WASUP are all volunteers, and between the Canal and River Trust and WASUP, it's an attack on litter in our canals and on our towpaths.
WASUP is World Against Single-Use Plastic, which I founded 3 years ago, and my biggest partner in our success is Canal and River Trust. I've been working with them for the last 2.5 years, and we must have cleaned 20 to 30 canals.
Well, I've been involved with the Canal and River Trust now for several months. I started really after I retired. I found myself with more time on my hands, obviously. I'm a keen cyclist and I do spend quite a lot of time on the canals, up and down. So coming down to the canal and helping to pick up all the litter and so on, helping to keep them clean, really benefits me as well as the rest of the community.
Arriving today and seeing where I was about to start litter picking, in a year and a half of supporting the litter picks along the canal, this has been the worst bit, from shopping trolleys, traffic cones, barriers.
Microwaves, a child's bike, hundreds of bottles and cans.
Pushchairs, nappies. It has been a real eyesight to see what's actually coming out of this part of the canal just alone.
We also pull out tyres, everything, anything and everything. I'm never surprised about what we actually get out of the canal or the towpath.
It's actually awful seeing all the different types of ducks and the moorhens all around the plastics and the plastic bottles. It's their home and we're destroying it.
This plastic is going to take 800 years to disintegrate. So it'll take 50 generations for this to disappear. But in the meantime, once it breaks down into microplastic, it gets into marine life. And the fish we eat has already got plastic in it. And I'm certain, as a medical person myself, that in due course, this is going to harm us. And this is an emergency that we need to stop.
It's just awful what ends up in the canal. And really the thought of the damage it can do to the environment, to wildlife, and to the world at large really is quite frightening. And it's quite frightening the amount of litter and so on that there is just generally about nowadays.
So you guys have been superstars today, thank you so much. The volunteers wouldn't do any of this unless they wanted to do it, and a lot of them live locally to the area, so they're really passionate about clearing up their local canal because they spend a lot of time. They come down here for walks, they come down here for their own well-being. Being out in the fresh air is so good for you, and we want to make this space as enjoyable as possible for everybody.